Okay, for this section, we're going to solve each linear inequality, and you solve inequalities just like you do for equations. The only difference is that if you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to switch your inequality symbol. So we have, whoops, I forgot my negative. We have negative 7z plus 10 divided by negative 12 is less than negative 1. So to get rid of this division, I'm going to multiply both sides by, well, it's supposed to be a negative 1, not a 7, but anyways, I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 12. And since I multiplied by a negative, I have to flip this. So I'll have negative 7z plus 10 is now greater than negative 12, negative 1 times negative 12 is positive 12. Okay, then to solve, I do what I was doing before with equations. I've got a plus 10, so I'm going to subtract 10. So I'll have negative 7z is greater than 12 minus 10 is 2. And then to get rid of my division by, or to get rid of my multiplication by negative 7, I'm going to divide by negative 7. And once again, I have to flip this because I'm dividing by a negative. So z is less than negative 2/7. So for your inequalities, they work exactly the same as equations, other than you have to change your inequality symbol when you multiply or divide by a negative. Adding and subtracting doesn't affect it. I can only have, I can also have compound inequalities where I have two inequalities. So I've got 9 is less than negative 4x plus 5 divided by 2, negative 2. Don't like the negatives today apparently. Is less than 14. So I can solve this all at one time. But whatever, just like when I do one thing to the left, I do it to the right. Same thing. When I do something to the middle, I have to do it to the left, and I have to do it to the right. So, if I have division by negative 2, I'm going to multiply by negative 2, all three places. And again, because I'm multiplying by a negative, I have to flip those. So I've got negative 2 times 9 is negative 18, is greater than negative 4x plus 5, because this is gone, is greater than 14 times negative 2 is negative 28. Okay, then I've got add 5, so I'm going to subtract 5 all three places. Negative 18 minus 5 is negative 23. And remember, subtraction don't matter, so you keep the inequality symbols the same. Negative 28 minus 5 is negative 33. And then finally, to get rid of my multiplication, I'm going to divide by negative 4. And once again, since I'm dividing by a negative, I want to flip those back around. So I'll have positive 23/4 is less than x, because this is gone, is less than 33/4. And that's my answer, and I'm finished. And you can just leave the answer that way. You don't necessarily have to write these in interval notation or anything like that. You can just leave them as inequalities, which is how they are on the next couple homework questions. So do them like equations. Just remember, multiply or divide by a negative, flip your inequality.